Oh, look at you. What a background.
Yeah, it's a colorful background.
Oh, check it out, man. All special for you guys.
That's legit. Thank you. First of all, thank you guys for like saving half an hour and a crazy, I'm sure that is a crazy day.
Yeah.
Of course,
thank you
for
it's our pleasure.
Thank you for being the whole band together, almost the whole band, because usually we do one. Yeah, we usually do one musician at a time on an interview, but the whole band is way better, man. So welcome.
It's quite a bonus. Yeah, it's quite a bonus. Thanks for that.
Right on.
But yeah, everybody, hello. We're Eduardo and Danny. Danny is from Spain. I'm right here in Chile. And would like to introduce you to Ego Kill Talent. This is a very well-known band in Brazil right now. They play, I would say, a lot of styles of rock and metal, and they've had a long trajectory touring with big guys all around the globe, and they are one of the biggest orange artists in Brazil. So welcome, guys. How are you doing?
Thanks for the intro, man.
Yeah. It's been a good one. Definitely a good one.
Yeah. I've had the honor of seeing you guys live, and I got to tell you, if wherever you are in the world, if you have Ego Kill Talent coming to your town, don't miss them. They are a kick in the face. So they're not.
That's a good definition. That's what we try to do.
This was not planned, but I'm with the Santiago Gets Louder shirt.
Awesome.
Oh
my God, great.
Definitely something to talk about. We know, Ed and I, we know, but we want like followers to know more about that. How long has Ego been around as a band?
I think 7 years, maybe.
Yeah,
almost 7 years. Yeah.
Great.
The first release was to the end of 2015. That was when we released the first song.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And you have right now how many records and how many records have you recorded until today? Are you recording right now new material due to the whole situation?
We have 2 albums recorded and released, and we are working on the third one, and I'm very excited with it. I already feel like I want to play those songs live. And
great.
Actually, we are like in the middle of the all the pre-production, like writing songs, new material. Yeah. This is like right in the middle of the week, so this is how it looks.
Yeah.
a day at the office.
Yeah.
So how has been the whole situation? Obviously, everywhere in the world, live shows have suddenly came to a halt, and but slowly started. Festivals have been coming back around. How have you felt from your end in the world, from Brazil? How have you felt the whole scene coming back? How do you think it will be in one more year? Let me know.
That's hard to.
Yeah, well, we definitely hope that next year is a normal year in terms of touring and shows. We really miss playing live. It's even hard to put in words, because it's, I mean, part of what makes a band breathe is the live performance, right? Yeah. So if we were an animal, it's like you have an animal that can't really breathe for 2 years. So it's very hard. I mean, it takes another psychological and a side, and it's hard. But we have hopes that next year things will go back to normal. We just yesterday announced 4 dates with Metallica here in Brazil.
Yes.
So for May, we are very pumped with that. And we have summer festivals in Europe, and we are looking so much forward to that. And we are confident everything will happen next year, because it's looking like.
Awesome. No, that's
obviously. Anytime you guys are in Europe, just let us know too, in case you need some support or whatever. Just Just mention it because we love to work with our international artists and bring some required support. You know that sometimes festivals provide everything, but just in case, keep our number.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the whole point of this interviews is to like gather together continents, because Danny's on Europe, I'm in South America. You guys are a big chunk of Latin America. We've been doing in our Orange Español YouTube channel interviews with Spanish-speaking artists from Mexico, from Argentina, and we wanted to have also the Brazilian side of things. And you guys sing in English, so it's basically North America, part of Europe that should listen to your music, and that's what we're here for. We want to let everyone know who you are. You already have a great name inside and outside of Brazil, and yeah, what are your future plans right now? And I know touring with Metallica will be a huge milestone, but outside of Brazil, what else will you be doing on 2022?
Well, we have the summer festivals in Europe fully booked. I'm not sure which ones are already announced, but we are playing like for I guess like 3 weeks in Europe. We have another big run scheduled for the fall in Europe, around November next year. No dates announced yet, but it's all like in the works. We are definitely playing Spain. But that's not announced yet. I think we probably announce it around the summer festivals. And we are looking to dates in the United States as well for the second semester next year. And yeah, I mean, our agents and managers, they are like working 24/7 to see like what would fit the overall plan, you know, in terms of where we're going to be when. We are planning to record this next album in the States again. So looking like we're going to be there in the second semester after the European tour. And yeah, we're going to be I feel like, I mean, we've been 2 years at home, and hopefully we won't be home for the next 2 years. You know,
we've all been,
yeah.
But yeah, well, you heard it, guys. We'll leave below in the description of the video all links to Eagle Kill Silence website for the tour dates, so you all know when they visit your country. Let's talk about. I couldn't help but notice you have a lot of amps behind you, so and they have a pretty color, so even a white one.
Yeah, well, there's a way what the other. I think that was last week. We have a chat with Ocielino, and we were talking about his white amp. So it seems that's quite common in Brazil. That white amp. We have
white orange amp.
None of them in Spain, for example. Not many in the UK, but wow,
not here in Chile.
That is a Brazilian.
But that.
This one was the first one we got.
Yeah, but we didn't
in the US.
Yeah, but we bought in the US. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
This was the first one, and this became like the main guitar sound that we have since day one. So it's a Rocker Verb 100 MK2.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Huh?
It's the same. It's the same.
The same Ocielino had in his home studio.
It's just exactly the same. It's like, oh my God, it cannot be.
Exactly. What can you say, man? I mean, it's like we use just the way it is. It's not, we don't use a lot of like, we don't use like distortion pedals or anything. So the main sound, like the creamy drive, it's just from the amp, you know?
Yeah.
So not a lot of gain, you know, around like 1 o'clock ish. A lot of volume, of course. and pretty much everything, like all the you know, treble, middle, and bass, it's all like middle, pretty much. A little bit, maybe a little bit here and there, but it's just its tone, man. We love it. Yeah, we have to a couple. So I remember that like the first tours that we did, we used to use the Thunder Verb on one side and the Rocker Verb on the other side. But after a while, we just decided to use a Rocker Verb because it sounds so great and it matches just perfectly.
Yeah, I think that one of the things we love the most about the sound is that at the same time that it is heavy, it also has definition.
Yeah.
Like you can really hear all the notes. It has definition and weight at the same time. And this is just so hard to find the guitar sound. Because usually you gotta pick, you know, you want to be able to hear the chords, or you want to do the heaviness. But Orange has both. And that's beautiful, because we can have, like, in the same song, we have a moment where a guitar riff is much more in the direction of a heavy section of the song with a like single string guitar riff,
just single note,
and then exactly, and then on the chorus, then you have like chords, you know, and we want to hear the harmony, and Orange just gives us both. And
it's funny that you said in the beginning that we are like more like maybe metal or rock, and we always have a hard time to say, because for us it's a little, I don't know, it's hard to say like exactly what kind of music that we do. But I would say that of course it has like its root in metal, and it has a lot of rock, and we do it loud. It's loud.
Yeah, I can give faith of that.
but these guys, they just represent it so beautifully, man. I mean, it's just the amount of cream that we need, right? Especially, I mean, when we're talking like the heavy, really heavy riffs, it's funny because it's like you have to give it a little bit more in your hand in order to get it. Like, you know, like, so you have more dynamics of it.
Exactly. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, when you use like amps that it's a really like distorted and like like when you go to the high end side and very metal, it seems like it doesn't matter the dynamics that you're playing.
It's all on top.
It's all the same.
You don't have a space here. It's like
yes. So we like the dynamics, and we explore a lot of that dynamic when we're doing our songs. You know,
very classic.
Yeah.
It's a dial, right? It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. It's like ready. It's ready. Like we plug it in. And
exactly.
Go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that by seeing you live, I could tell that you didn't necessarily use the whole gain of the amp, but you guys played with strength, and that
the gain is the hand.
Yeah. Exactly, the weight that you put on the guitar with your hand.
Yes,
let's hear it out.
So this is. So I can play like really quiet. I have a lot of dynamics in it. So
there you go.
It depends on the way you play and the way you smash it. You get something out of it, you know. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And what's your story as a band with Orange amps? Like you started like a regular user, your gear grow onto a level that's like, hey, maybe we should do something official with the brand. It's like, okay, it was like the kind of organic relation that we as a brand tend to be after. It's like, okay, the artist is a user that happens to has some kind of success and approach us, or we approach them and something starts. I think that is the kind of organic relationship. Is that the case? You guys started that way?
Yeah, well, I remember since the beginning, we were very picky about the guitar sound. I remember when we were like doing like researching and you know, when we were trying different amps, and when we started writing the first songs, what became the first songs of the band, we were already looking for a sound, right? Even though we might be using other amps, we were like looking for a sound. And then Orange was always in our heads, like as a very good option. And then at some point we bought the white one. Yeah. And it was like love at first sight. Yeah. Because
and after that
was like Orange, like all the way. I don't think we ever did a show without an Orange amp.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever did. Since the beginning. Yeah.
Since the beginning.
I don't think we ever did. Yeah. And I don't remember now exactly how you were more like.
I think it was very organic, man. I mean, I know that I know René for a long time from Royal here in Brazil, who are the guys who
represent Orange.
Represent Orange here. I knew him for a long time, and I have I used to play with this. We have like a duo that I used to play with. This is other guy, the guitar player, really good. Shout out to Augusto.
Yeah,
yeah,
really
awesome
good.
guy, really good.
He's an orange artist as well.
Yeah, he's an orange artist, and
Augusto.
Yeah, and since then, I think it was like just natural to have a conversation with Orange, you know. So I talked to Rene, and then he introduced me to, and then another guy, then everything just, you know, came up.
Awesome.
That way. Very organic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. That's so lucky for a musician to actually find their sound. Not everybody has that luck to know one specific gear that puts part of the sound into your songs, and not everybody can say that. And
well, it's quite a quest. It's like that gear acquisition syndrome. It's like it happens to all of us. And it's like, okay, I need that amp, I need that pedal, I need whatever. But once you find peace, it's like, okay, I found my tone. It's like you can keep trying like studying or composing music or recording or whatever. Otherwise, you're all the time like checking on forums and say, okay, that's YouTube. That you don't have peace of mind. You need some headspace.
Yeah, and you're also lucky that you only plug and play. You're not looking for any pedals or stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, and actually, I was just thinking here. I won't mention names, but we played with some big bands, like very big bands. And more than once, the sound engineer of like the headline of the show or the festival would come to us and say, like, you guys have an amazing guitar sound. So like, what's going on? Yeah. And we're like, that's Orange. It's, I mean,
here's what it is.
We don't fuck with it very much.
Straight to the end.
Straight to the point.
Everything that we use aside of it is just like, you know, reverbs and delays and stuff like that. But as far as the tone, right? I mean, the distortion is just all from the gain.
Yeah.
No,
and what kind of rig, what kind of signal change you guys use? Like you using the effects on the effects loop or some kind of or everything is in front of the amp?
But actually, that's something we've been talking about, but we never tried.
We've never tried it, actually. we always use very simple, like straight to the, you know,
guitar,
like pedals and
let's go.
Very simple.
And volume knob, and that's it. But yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's totally cool. And if you haven't seen these guys live, well, they swap instruments mid-song, and Jan, the drummer, grabs a guitar, the bassist goes into the drum, and every song is like a new world. So if you hear them on records, make sure you also see them live.
You never know. Well, I have to say that I hate that multi-talented people. It's like I always try to do one thing well. I really hate that people that can do one very good more than one thing. Yeah, I really hate that stuff. It's like
I'm with you. I just sing. I'm with you.
Welcome to the club.
Sometimes I try to play the guitar, but let them play.
Oh my god!
Exactly. It's like keep some space for us. It's like I can do one thing, not very bad, but just one thing at a time. Because I'm a man.
Welcome to the One Instrument Club. So guys, future plans. You already told me about your tours. What about the records? When are we hearing new Ego Kill Talent music? When do you think?
Next year.
Okay, but I guess I'm gonna give you guys something firsthand because we haven't really announced yet, but we are releasing one more song this year.
Yes.
Great.
Cool.
It has a special guest. I don't think we can say the name yet because we haven't had a waiver from the label, but it's a musician from a big band.
Yes.
And
awesome.
And we're gonna be releasing the song before the end of the year.
Great. When we will know the guest musician?
I mean, like just before we connected, we were dealing with it because he's from another label, so there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so it's just like lawyers talking, but it's just like regular stuff. It's gonna work. It's just like the process takes, you know. But it's gonna be new music towards the end of the year, and it's a great song.
Yeah,
it's a really powerful song.
You guys are the first one to know.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
I love it.
lucky. So guys, Danny, any other questions you want to ask to these guys?
I love the concept. It's like I really want to listen to new music. I had a chance to sneak peek some of their previous stuff. I really love it, and I really wait for them here in Europe. Let us know if you're in the UK or Spain. That are my headquarter bases, where I like moving from one to the other quite regularly in like regular circumstances. And it could be great to meet you in the flesh and have a good chat and go out to grab a beer and talk about good stuff and amps.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for inviting us and for having us here.
Thank you for coming, guys, and everybody.
Thank you for the amps, guys. Thank you for the amps, because many times you guys made a huge difference for us. I mean, because Orange has been supporting us since the beginning. Every single tour we did in Europe, we had like Orange backing us up with guitar amps and bass amps. So thank you very much. It means a lot to us.
It means a lot, man.
Great
That's what deserve
it. Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Hope we catch up very soon. Stay safe and rock them all.